Oh. It's insane. What is going on, gang? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you've enjoyed the videos so far over the last couple of weeks. They've been very pleasurable to make. I'm Coach What. You know what everything is about here. We're reviewing, we're looking at stuff. We're just having a little bit of a expert bird's eye view of what is going on in the health fitness world. What do I find interesting this week? Because you've dipped into the weekly news show, we got 3 items. We're going to be going through something which is baffled me. Oh my God. Insane, and a little bit questionable. And we'll review that at the end. All right. So first of all, we're going to dip into the world of Run Nation. What the hell is going on there? Right. So let's get this up. I think you just need to watch it. And then we'll just have a little review. Maybe what their training is going to be like. And what the hell is going on? All right, let's play the tape.
Here we go.
Heavyweights. Oh no, 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 no. That one wasn't as bad.
Oh, stop there, limits of net and momentum. Second run. The big cover. Who knocked it out, Fizzo?
Wow. Oh,
Here we go.
dear. Jesus. Oh, there was a little snippet of what's about to happen. All right. This first one, right? It's insane. Okay, so I think all of these guys are rugby. Because you can tell by the accent is that they're in Australia. So I know what these guys are either like Tongan, Australian, like South Pacific. Absolutely built, right? There's not a guy that's under 120 kilos that is in there. I'm like rocking like the high 80s. And just the impact, the sheer force of what happens here. The concussion must be madness. Let's just like rewind, snapshot of what. Oof. That's not a nice position to be in. The impact on every single one is absolutely insane. This first one as well. Scrolling. Just that like shoulder almost. And then you're just in a heap on the floor. And this guy's like, what is going on? They're just animals going straight in. Let's pause that there. Switch off if you find that disturbing. So interestingly enough, I did a thesis, okay, in my master's degree, right? And this was on American football, and it was on concussion data protocol for the kickoff and the return. And if you've noticed, then that was like 10 years ago, right? And the concussion data was so prevalent, and there's something that happens in like the NFL now. I can't remember what it's called, but there was Junior Seau was the one to pioneer it, and unfortunately, he took his own life due to the amount of like concussion he got in his like NFL career, and there wasn't any protective measures. Also, there's an air of invincibility with the NFL guys because they've got, as soon as they put the helmet on, like the concussion data didn't really change because suddenly you're like, oh, I don't need to hit as hard because I haven't got a helmet on. I can just fly into things because I'm okay, which is insane. But with this, it's mental. These guys are just getting, I mean, there's boxing, there's professional boxers. I'm assuming they're all signing waivers to do this kind of stuff, right? And it's absolutely, they medicated straight away on me, and they're all like rugby guys. So what have we got? Like 10? We probably only got about 10 yards to get up to speed, okay? Which is, look at that. Which in the NFL, they have like a full almost like 40 yards, 50 yards. They're getting up to big speeds, and that collision was becoming a big issue. So in here, these guys are going for absolute just generational force production, trying to plant themselves, and then that kind of lean. You can see this guy is just leant in and being able to be boom, and he's kind of braced at the side for impact, because one of them's got a ball, right? And they're just trying to run through that person with the amount of torque. And I'm guessing, like, if they're in the air, it's probably they're just going to get knocked back. Like, this guy is grounded, so he's able to elicit some force there. But wow. I have no idea what the prize money is. It's not worth it. I'd like to see it on the other end of the spectrum and not have, like, massive guys do it. Would we like this? Look at in terms of the challenging, that one doesn't look too bad, and he's just full of momentum. He's just taking him down. Like, there's no ball in this. Oh yeah, this guy's got a ball. This is just rugby. Like, these are good, like, massive, like, Samoan, Tongan built guys just moving as quickly as they can over, I'm guessing those are meters, right? So yeah, like a 10-yard like burst, and then that's it, and just throwing each other to the ground. If this doesn't put you off playing rugby, I don't know what will. But these are some strong dudes. I was baffled by this. Let me know have you seen any of it? What's the prize money in this kind of event? Absolutely insane. We'll run it through, and then we'll get on to the next item. Absolutely mental. Right, our next item, and let's give it a kind of a rating. I've realised I've just paused that there, but what the hell's going on, right? Absolutely insane rating. Tom gives it 9 out of 10. All right, Vitor Marcic. This is what's been happening in the world of S&C, apparently, with some insane stuff. So, a 300 kilo world record underwater squat.
See your tails, I see your look at my son. It's everywhere.
Such a weird thing, right? Such a weird thing. All right. We've got a bit of knee bags that he's trying to hunt for a bunch of tension inside of the inversion here, and he's going out. But let's forgive him the squat form, because it's a weird one, right? So I can't. It's so strange. That's going to be hard to move, because underwater we've all tried to move in the water, right? But I feel like then there's going to go up with momentum. So is the water going to be act as balance? Is it going to be pushing down? Is there going to be downward thrust on what's going up? Is there just the gradual, once it gains momentum, it's going to gradually go up anyway? Or is it just going to push that person down under that kind of weight? Is something going to feel heavier underwater than it is there? I'm confused by that metric. I think I'm going to quickly look it up. Right. If a weight is being lifted under the water, is it heavier? The weight is significantly lighter when lifted slowly underwater compared to land due to buoyant force. According to Archimedes Principle, an object immersed in water is pushed upward by a force equal to the weight of the water it displaces. Right, cool. So 12 to 13% lighter. All right, so that lad here, 12 to 13% is still a lot, right? So he's essentially squatting, so 12 to 13%, let's take 30 kilos, is 10%, let's say 265 to 60 kilo squat in that kind of slow basis. Insane. One of the other things I think is slightly mental here is obviously you have to swing down, brace, got no bracing kind of around, because you've got I'm showing intra-abdominal pressure that's happening, but you pushing into the water, I think that probably creates some weird stability. Don't really know. Can we just pause here and just say people are mental, aren't they? Judge. Who's done it before? Who we judge it up? Like, I guess it's for depth. So the one thing that's obviously crazy here is he's got to hold his breath the whole time. He's not got a tank and gone under. He's got to hold that breath, I guess, is part of the record. So I don't know how long it would take me to get psyched up, swim underwater, get in position, unrack, squat, go there again, as he's not doing this this isn't in real time, so it's probably taken off the whatever of that. So let's look at this clock. So 105. So let's see how long it took to get through. So 105, that's 5 seconds. He was already with the barbell on. Let's say it's from squat to placement. He's taken another 5 seconds. So it was 15 seconds so far. So let's say he's 15 seconds to get into place each time. In and out, that's 30 seconds. And then to get up and out of the water, what was that like? From this position, let's say. So he's dropped there. Probably about 5-10 seconds. And 5-10 seconds plus 30 seconds plus 5-10 seconds. Let's say that's probably around 50 to a minute, I reckon. He's got to hold his breath for. That's something in itself, I think. And then do all that business in between. Yeah, comment down below. What's the heaviest weight you've lifted underwater? We're all going to be trying it. We're all going to be going for it now. That's going to be insane, isn't it? Oh, God. My head hurts from, just people are insane, aren't they? But you know what is insane? We're going to call someone out right now. And let's go. This annoyed me. Mainly because it's a bit of clickbait. I switched heavy lifting, the light high rep workout. Here's why I won't go back. Okay? Damn, I haven't given it a like. But I did give it a comment. Here we go. Miss it. Basically. All right. So after a 2-year plateau, Women's Health Fitness Director Bridie Wilkins, is that her name? Built muscle within 2 months of switching to lighter high rep workouts. Low rep heavy joint training had been her default. Cool. When she started to notice something was off, she was constantly tired, struggling to recover, and despite doing everything right on paper, she wasn't getting stronger. The caveat, heavy low rep training is effective for building strength, but it's also neurologically demanding. This approach no longer matched her needs. Tap the link in the bio, blah, 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 blah. I did. So I've gone and read this. But I didn't read it, unfortunately, before I posted this. But yeah, we got some likes. We got much likes. Blah, 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 blah. But what I got annoyed by is that, obviously, it's a little reeled me in perfectly. I just said kind of missing forest for trees. If perhaps being coached, which she was, I've learned by a coach I actually know who is fairly decent, all right? So periodizing both would be switching between the two. So this is the issue that I had. So we go on to learn that, one, she had a pelvic stress fracture a decade ago. We don't know whether that's hindered her. We don't know whether that is something that she has to be kind of mind wary of or whatever, okay? So previous history data is taken in there. Cool. The injury came from excessive exercise and a lack of education around nutritional recovery. It sounds like, yeah, she was just doing a lot, probably a lot of high rep, low weight, more like, I don't know, be really kind of stereotypical here. Lots of classes, more than likely, maybe some running without the need of any kind of core pelvic stability, probably without the heavy lifting, which is why she got into the heavy lifting. Anyway, because she needed bone mineral density, which happens after a bout of heavy lifting and building strength, okay? It doesn't tend to happen that much through kind of hypertrophy workouts. We can move those dumbbells a little bit better. Come on, guys. So yeah, could be a can. All right. So I read this, and she does go on to say, shout out to Joe Fortin. He actually worked for me. I employed him at this gym, right? So don't like that anymore. So I started lift less, but more 10 to 20 reps now. 9 months on, everything he's taught me can be strategically put in and why in the right contacts can go. All right. So high rep, low weight training is ideal for when life stress is high. All right. It's just cherry picking, basically. And what we really need to learn about this is muscle doesn't know the number on the dumbbell. No, but it understands intensity, and it understands what you're going through training volume wise, and it understands what your kind of muscular load and mechanical load and something called metabolic load and metabolic stress is. It understands how much the accumulation that you've gone over amount of time. And what I would understand for her from the training prior, she has access to Joe, right? So prior, it's we're not looking for, it responds to tension, fatigue, and time under load. Cool. Which to most people says lift slow and do that kind of stuff. She probably wasn't lifting fast either, right? She look at dumbbell form, needs to be back it. But with that, she's adding muscular endurance and stuff like this. It could be easier to stay consistent with higher, stay consistent, but you will plateau. She will do this for an extended period of time, and she will again plateau in what she wants perhaps to do. Okay, so put it this way: you've got a block of muscle, right? So I've got this bottle. this is the muscle that I've been given, okay? The bottle that I've been given. I'm going to fill it to its maximum capacity with as much strength as I possibly can, okay? And that's what she's done. She's plateaued. Cool. Then I need to build a bigger bottle to put that strength in, okay? So I need to get rid of this bottle and I need to get another bottle. It's the only one I've got here, okay? Therefore, I've got the capacity to perhaps have twice as much here, okay? So that would be periodized training where I've gone strength, filled my bottle. Now I need to get more bottles, okay? I've gone volume. Cool. They're layman's terms. Now I'm going to build that, okay? I build the capacity, the kind of outlining of it, build another house. Now I'm going to fill it with stuff. Cool. Well, that's the very layman's term of like looking at it, okay? So, but we need to basically blend the two. Maybe not the whole time. So we look at point number 4. It can be easier to stay consistent with high leg and low weight training. It can be because it is inherently easier. Neurologically, yes, it is less demanding. 1000% I agree with you. But it needs to be perhaps broken up. So she could do something called daily undulation, which say on a Monday or like a Wednesday or a Friday, something that we do with a lot of our athletes is high-low training, especially if they're competing, especially if she knows she's got high stress kind of in her job, right? So if we do high-low training. So on one of the days we pick, the one that she's going to be best for is she can lift heavy, right? For us, maybe I've got people who compete at the weekend, footballers, for example. So we have that dosage, a neurological dosage, as far away from that performance kind of day as we can. And then we kind of, the rest of the week, we might be doing recovery runs. We might be doing like light weight lifting, like and kind of power, leaving a lot in the tank so we recover through the week and we can play really well. Whatever her big kind of, I don't know, exhibition, meetings, interviews, that's at that day of the week. Okay, we just surround that with not the heavy training. Okay, so that could be a thing. Performing heavier lifts at the start of your session will help you sustain your energy. Yeah, it does. We know that. Power should go first, then probably heavy strength. Okay, power would always go first because you've got to lift hard and fast. Okay. So then we kind of put these things in there. Cool. So she could have done. So stuff to fix this is essentially unilateral training should be, she should probably prioritize that for a heavy lift so she's not getting as much cumulative fatigue because she won't be like lifting as much absolute load perhaps, and then we can do that kind of thing. Cool. So I think in conclusion, 9 months on, is it a phase? It's my default. It's a phase. Okay. My energy is stanchier. My recovery is faster. And first time it's managed it. She needs to microdose it more than likely and then start to periodize, okay? So if we were going to put 3 things, okay? So this is a very basic outline of what I would do if I was training this lady and doing this, okay? So if she's doing 3 sessions a week and say I've got her for 12 weeks, I'm going to split 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, and we're just going to change the modalities of what we're trying to do, okay? So hear me out. First month, 3 times a week, we're doing something called general physical preparation, okay? Like she said, she's doing big basic movements, then we'll get a little bit more specific, but she's probably hitting a bit of power and a bit of strength endurance, the high rep stuff, okay? But she's doing global strength and getting stronger throughout her body. She's still gonna get stronger, by the way. She's not reached her capacity at 10 reps, no chance. She's still getting stronger. Cool, we'll do that for 4 weeks. We will just get fitter and stronger at lifting. Then we're going to move into whatever she feels like she wants to, okay? So possibly we might go into high-low training, okay? So we're going to start to focus on a little bit of strength work. That's going to be probably the priority for the next 4 weeks, but we'll only do it on one day of the week, okay? And then the other ones will be low or power or muscular endurance or whatever, cool? We'll only do it on one day because we know that she has nervous system fatigue sometimes, okay? So won't hit it so many bouts. So something called conjugate training is something I do with my strongmen, okay? They only lift heavy like once or twice a week, that's it, okay? Because we know that that's the case. We get really neurally fatigued. And then in the next one, so we've gone from GPP, then we're going to go through high-low, and then we'll have an option. What is she sucked at? What are we going to work on? Maybe she's like, actually, Tom, I want to work on my arms, my upper body, core, or my glutes. All right, we'll do a bunch of volume to make sure she's recovered. We'll kind of hit some high rep stuff, and we'll do that there, okay? And we'll go and cycle perhaps through that. Every couple of months, we'll have that big burst of strength that will come in. Beautiful. I think that covers it. All right, it just annoyed me because it's untrue. And I've got, say, 20 women in my coaching business currently. And we periodize our training, and we want to get women in the gym and in the weight room, not scared that they're going to get stressed, fatigued, get a broken pelvis from lifting heavy weights. They won't. Let's not go back like 20 years. Let's pump forward and get women lifting, being strong, being powerful for the future to have some amazing athletes, okay? End. Right. Wonderful, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, be awesome. Go watch some other videos, and we will catch you in the next one.